Hey, I'm Jazz.
I'm BRITT.
NYCWA. Yo, let's talk about
Outlander.
All right. The last 3 episodes is what we need to do. For this review, we're doing 14 and 15. What was that? The search and
Whitworth.
prison. All right. So we know 14. Okay. Status report on 14. I'm gonna say it's
a slow turn.
A slow turn.
A gradual turn.
There you go. That's actually perfect. Just how you said that. What was turned down was that we didn't see Jamie. I like to see Jamie. We all know he's gorgeous. Yeah. We want to see Jamie and his pretty face. That was what was turned down about it. What was also turned down about it, but also a good thing, was the fact that it was a very like it was just tense because it was like, where's Jamie? I like how they played off the tension of like, it was like, especially when
it was tiresome, like
yeah,
they were tired and it was making us tired.
Exactly.
Like,
from the beginning though, from the beginning with Jenny getting up and like, you know, Jenny though, she's so bossed up. I love her character.
Got to the back.
Word. I love her character. I think that when they brought her in, the writers and everything for Outlander, they're outstanding, because when they brought her in, right when she was brought in, as far as how they're doing the show, it was just perfect timing. That breath of fresh air right where you needed it. Like, because you love Claire and Jamie. I mean, I don't know. Their whole dynamic is great. But it was like, oh, and, you know, you get caught up in them. You know, I love them. But then when Jenny came in, it was like, wow, this chick is ballsy and ridiculous. You kind of want to tell her to shut the F up with her obnoxious ass, but I'm kind of obnoxious. I can understand it, but at the same time, I was like, I like her. Like, she's, you know, because it's not, it wasn't, she ain't putting on. This is really who she is. And I thought it was so bossed up when she got up on that there saddle.
Ben. Manchester.
She got up on that there saddle.
Manchester.
She got up there on that damn saddle 2 seconds after pushing out some big old breech babe.
Exactly, breech.
Like,
she over here tracking, sniffing boo-boo, running outside.
She even
squeezing milk into cups.
In the streets. Did y'all see her doing it in the streets? But yo, for real though, I mean, you know, Brittany has never had any children. When your breasts get engorged, my Jesus, is it the worst pain? I mean, and I had C-sections. That if you don't get your medication on time, that pain is like liquid fire. It's no joke. But after the fact, that breast filling with milk, if you don't get that thing out, if you don't take care of that, it is like, but it's a silent scream of pain because you just. So when she was doing that, I thought it was very realistic. I was like, wow. Because I was kind of like, she just jumped on a horse and she's riding off with Claire to look for Jamie. I mean, I get it and all. I want to do the same thing, but there's certain things that go on after a woman has a baby. What the hell? Now, granted, when you push out a baby, the recovery is way quicker.
Yeah, but she just pushed it out yesterday.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? My C-section was it was an emergency C-section. I wasn't doing ish. You feel me? Like.
All she was doing was shuffling around the house.
It was the worst. But I thought that was so bossed up. Like, Jenny is out there on the horse. She got the gat on her back. She's tracking, like you said. And she's squeezing out milk and took my eye, let's go. You feel me? Like, it was, but when they had homie, that Englishman dude, and she was like, yo, I'll not have your judgment, Claire. I was like, yes. Claire be like,
Claire was tripping though, man. Of course she has to. You talking right now.
Yeah, Claire, you know, it's whatever. But when homie, how you say his name? Murtaugh? I forgot how you say his name. But when he came through, he did the job for them. Everything is whatever. But you know, once he came through, it was like, all right, we gonna really try to get. I thought maybe he was gonna have some information about Jamie, but
no,
you see, they wound up having to do all this running around. It was a little bit Thelma Louise like, very
but it was cute. They were bonding.
It was cute, like kind of. I mean, I wouldn't even call them Thelma Louise, or they was a little Bonnie and Clyde-ish looking, you know, just walking around. But you know, it's 2 chicks, so you say Thelma and Louise. Yeah. But they was doing their thing. I thought Jenny was just very necessary, and Claire didn't realize how necessary Jenny was.
Claire was like, "Where are you going? Where are you going?"
Exactly. Where where you
don't
going?
know where you
English
going.
assassinate? Where you going? But when Jenny was like, she had to dip.
There's no street signs here. There's no street. You know what I'm saying? There's no stop signs. Did they have stop? Yeah, they had stop signs in what 20s, right?
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about back. I was saying they ain't got no stop signs in them highlands. What you talking about?
I'm saying like, where's they going? Like, there's no map. There's no
like,
directory. There's
we know they ain't got no GPS, but the thing is, like, come on. But Jenny leaving was like very moving. That scene, I thought it was pretty turned. I thought that was a
Ian
good
was
scene.
tripping like, oh, let me go find a twig to stand on. First of all, you only have one leg and you don't have your prosthetic, and now you only have one
He
arm.
definitely hopped in there.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but
Your
I'm
arm
talking
is
about when
broken.
she had to leave Claire. I thought that scene was very moving. But you funny, you still
Ian was tripping like, let me be of some help.
like.
Sit down.
But men, they no matter what, they gonna try to do something. That's a real man for you though. So I respect Ian because he's like, whatever. Without an arm, I spit.
Without a
leg, I spit. You know what I'm saying? I'm there, kinda. But the thing is, when she had to leave Claire, that scene was very moving.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was because you could tell like she wanted to stay. She wanted to be there. That's a sister for you. But she got to get back to her baby and her husband. She got other responsibility. She just had this baby. But if Jenny was pregnant, if she hadn't given birth, Jenny would have stayed on the trip, stayed with them like, gotta get my brother. But for her, it's like she had just gotten him back. All this time she was thinking that he was dead and all of this, and now he just came back and now he's going again, and who knows where he's at? Like that's gotta be the most like craziest feeling in the world.
She's holding it together though.
Exactly, because she's a rider, and that's basically what Jenny is. Jenny is turned up worthy character.
Jenny's from the block. Jenny might be from the
Don't
block.
be mad at the block. She's just Jenny from the block. Okay, Blondie Brock. But when Jenny is turned up worthy character for this episode, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Another turn. Go ahead.
Homie is turned up worthy too.
Who? Murtaugh or whatever?
Yeah, the baby daddy.
Yeah.
He said, "I'll put the baby in her."
Yeah. So anybody was like kind of like about that when he was talking about Jamie's mother. He's the one that gave her those bracelets or whatever the case may be. And he was like, he's a son to me. It's like, well,
is he your son?
Now, see, we didn't read the books, and I mean, people who follow us, that I love to read. But I haven't read the Outlander books because I'm enjoying the show. Like for the first time, I really don't want to read the books because I don't want to know. I want to kind of be surprised. If anyone knows what's up, like, is there some sort of paternity issue here? Like,
but I was like, Maury Povich. Like, what is that name? What kind of name is that? Is that Polish, German?
Polish is last name? I don't know. What is Maury?
Like, what, yeah.
Amish.
I feel like the Amish have other names. I feel like they have their own
set of names.
Yeah.
But we need Maury in the
I've never heard of.
So he can give us this lie detector test as well as the paternity test. When you said that you did not impregnate Jamie's mother, that was a lie. Like, is there some situation where he's Jamie's father or something like that, or there's a question of it or something like that? I mean, but it could be just he loves his mother, and it's like because that's his mother's child, he's gonna make sure he's good because he loved the mother.
True.
So I mean, that's a beautiful thing too. But
that's that itch that Littlefinger was trying to pump in Sons' ear.
But it was BS. Yeah. We knew it was BS. Yeah, he's just that's Game of Thrones for y'all that don't know. But once she started running off with him, and they was doing all of the stuff with singing a song everywhere. It
sounds like Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers?
Where'd you get those eyes? Yo, but that song, I don't know the words to it, but we know that song.
It's the Gingerbread Man.
Yeah, it sounds great though. The harmonies are outstanding from that song. I thought it was pretty dope. But when those people started clapping and singing, I was like, what is the rhythm? So we are part of a rhythm station. There was no rhythm.
Why would you clap like that to the song that she's singing? They wasn't like, they were like.
See, some would say, they needed some pigment up in there to get them some soul, but then they didn't even necessarily need that. They just needed Britney Spears to come back in time so that she can.
But that means they needed pigment. They needed pigment.
You stupid. I know,
Britney Spears is from Louisiana.
There you go. You can go back and help them keep their rhythm. that whole going around
But
singing
it
stuff.
continues to show us how they were tired.
And
they
no,
were
but
going
also-
they were getting nowhere.
And it also showed the times and how they got messages out, I guess. Because, like, but what was so interesting.
Back because in America during slavery time, they were like
playing that djembe drum or singing some. But the truth is, that's what they did.
a band of angels coming after me,
Coming for to carry me home. That's what they
Sweet
did.
Lord.
That's what they did too. So I guess the whole singing a song, that is a message.
Yeah.
You know, whatever the case may be. I thought it was very interesting when the gypsy said to Claire, you know, you can't own a song. A song is
And
like the
it's
wind,
like,
and you can never cage that. And it was like, but whoa.
that ended after most
Copyright. Okay. Claire needed to pull out that paper to I copyrighted this song, and if you don't know what a copyright is, let me explain.
Yeah, right.
But that gypsy wasn't hearing none of it regardless. She gave him that bag of money like
that
a
was
fool.
stupid though.
And you saw
And
a
he's
homie.
like, but he's a gypsy.
Yeah, gypsies care about love, but they will not,
Love, beauty.
okay? Like the Bohemians, you know, but, I thought it was interesting. It was cool. I thought it was dope that he came back and told her what, you know, come to find out what's going on. But not trying to be funny, the gypsies did perform it better than them. Like,
Oh yeah.
they did
And
it.
homeboy was really getting mad that everyone was
Not feeling his dance. Like, his dance, he ain't Chris Brown. Like, you wasn't giving it up for us. You wasn't doing it.
he wasn't doing much of anything.
It was horrible. It really was. And he's sweaty. His hair's not pulled back. Come on, man.
The presentation is everything.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. But I thought it was cool that they told her whatever. Turn down scene. This scene was turned down and turned up. Or I shouldn't say turned down and turned up. This scene was turned down as well as a good scene. It was a good scene, period. But the moment sucked because Duncan.
That was just foolishness.
Like part of me.
But he's not even dead yet. The man is not even in his grave.
Here's the thing. Part of me gets where he's coming from because he's right. Jamie would be like, you know, you'll be protected, blah, blah, blah. And that's how men are. You know, when they know that they're not going to be there for their family, they would want someone else to be there for them. They want to make sure that they're okay. A good man. You know what I'm saying? So Duncan was right in that. But the thing is, like he said, his motives, she figured them out, is that he was Lollybrook. But the problem,
it's like, you really suck for that.
yeah, but the problem, my biggest problem is that's your nephew, as she stated. So why are you not trying to think of some way to rescue him? How come you not trying to go with Claire and them to rescue homie? Like, what's that about? Like, really? And then when they went, and when he was like, well, you could go to my men and whatever the case may be, she goes to the men. And them suckers sitting there acting like whatever. And really, the only one who was like,
The only one who don't really know how to fight.
he can't, you know what I'm saying? But he's got the most honor out of all of them. And now they only want to join the fray because they don't want to get showed up by Willie.
Exactly.
That's what that's about. But it's like whatever, she got to take what she can, right? So it's whatever. You know, but overall the episode was good. It just was slow. So like when they said, a very snow crawling turn up.
Snow?
I said snow?
Yeah.
I guess I got Game of Thrones on my mind. Jon Snow. Slow crawling turn up. Creeper Bastard goes to Duncan in that gypsy dude.
Yeah, but at least he still told her. I mean,
But-
and it was like, yo, you a fool, because he was like, I don't give out no information for free.
He was on that bullish.
But then he told her anyway, so it was like, yeah, I mean,
Because-
but he's a gypsy, so you gotta, you know,
you
expect
get
that.
what you get from it, right? But
He's still a good guy, I guess.
I thought the best line was from Willie when he was like, you know, I'm at your command, Miss Claire, whatever the case may be, and he was like, Jamie's protected me. Jamie, you know, I thought that was a really, really I thought his whole speech was really good when he signed up to get down with the Get Down. Going into episode 15. This is where the bullshit begins.
This is where all
And we don't have a drink with us to even talk about this, but I'm probably gonna have a drink for when we do that season finale. What's his name? Black Jackass Randall, this punk ass. I can't.
and you know, and we've been really putting this off for so long.
Word. Y'all gotta forgive us for that, 'cause you gotta
Y'all
understand.
saw that. That's gonna be the review. You saw
the
that
episode, you saw what happened, that's it. Like, for real, it's just ridiculous what this bastard has done to Jamie. But okay, let's talk about that episode. Claire
The
and...
homeboy died in 15. The homeboy, he got hung.
Oh, yeah. So, we finally see Jamie in this episode. He's standing there with the other dude from the watch, the leader of the watch. They about to get hung. They hang him, but he was like,
yeah, he wasn't
trying to die. And it's just, and you know, like you see the hunt, but you see it was a very short noose. This is before they, you know, like in England when they start to have the longer nooses, which is when they drop you, it snaps your neck. So it's not as, but so this was, you know, before they did that. So it was a longer
It was like, dang,
struggle because you're really choking.
Yeah, like, you didn't have nobody to talk about gravity, density, weight.
Well, I think they just didn't give it.
They didn't want to waste rope, I guess.
You
But
know.
you can reuse rope to hang.
But I think they just didn't give it up. As time goes on, as time has gone on, somebody was like, "This is a bit much," you know. But no, you know, mercy and all of that, right? Mm-hmm. But the thing is, you know, we see Jamie, and then just that bastard Jack Randall comes riding in and stops him from killing Jamie, and you see Jamie looking like, damn, because you know Jamie would have rather been up there on that with that rope around his neck. But I was like, I can't. You got Claire and these fools over here. I just felt it was a waste of time and it was stupid what they was doing. She went to speak to the the guy.
No, it was because they was trying to get a way in, so that she could leave a door open.
Yeah, talking about getting his stuff, his belongings, or something like that.
But no, but that was just a you know.
It's just like, I just felt like it was like, okay, what is going on? It just was a lot of running around with foolishness.
I mean, but that's what happens in time of trouble. It's like, you know, you can't think straight. It's like, whatever idea we come up with, we're going to do all of them.
But let's talk about the fact that, you know, this fool Black Jack Randall approaching him with this whole give yourself to me freely. Again, with this ish.
And it's like, we have had enough of it. We still on this? Why do you keep bringing up this? Oh.
But do you remember how Jamie looked at him? Like, he gave him this... Like he was dumbfounded, blown away by the audacity of this. So you saved me for this, that I give myself to you. Like, you want the ass that bad?
They needed the internet back then,
so that he could expose this fool. The Jamie
so that Jack could have just went on it, just look up what you want to see, because he's doing too much.
No, but he's a predator. It's not even just that he wants to look. He's a predator, and he enjoys the raping, the pillaging. He enjoys the manipulation. He enjoys breaking them. He enjoys that trash.
They needed some knives.
That's why with Jenny, so
that somebody could have just shot him.
That's why with Jenny, he had to just knock out and dip, because he realized he wasn't gonna be able to break her. She was just laughing, and he had nothing to.
She said,
she was clowning him. You know what I'm saying? He just couldn't take it. But when this fool,
I didn't be looking at me like, why did you laugh that loud?
I just don't even want to discuss it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It just was ridiculous. That whole episode was just ridiculous. And then let's talk about when Claire finally does get in. Like, I don't know, was anyone pissed off with Claire and the fact that she didn't keep no what? She just was.
And she didn't even have a knife. She didn't have that knife that Jenny gave her.
I don't know.
She told her to keep it in her bag.
What was going on with Claire? And remember when she opened something and it was like a pipe or something, and she dropped it. She left it. Like, what? Do you know what you're here for?
Do you know that you're in a prison?
And she walking around, remember, she was like, Jamie. And they told me, ain't no Jamie here. I mean, like, girl, like, I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand why she would think he would be with everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Then when she finally does find him, like, she's hidden off on the side, and she sees that, you know, this bastard is, it was just ridiculous. The whole thing was ridiculous. And then she gets snatched up. She goes in there, she sees Jamie, but first of all, Jamie, let's talk about Jamie's fool ass, how he just can't help it. You know, Jenny said it. He gonna run his mouth, he gonna fight. Yeah. It didn't make sense for Jamie to be trying to fight. It's like, but you chained up, Jamie.
It didn't make sense at all, but he was like, oh, if I could just, you know,
But Jack Black Jack, whatever his name is, talking about, I just, you know, I don't want this to be like this, like, you know, like,
have a good time. Like, let's just turn up and have a good time before you die.
Basically, and he was really coming at him on
he was sincere. Like, I think it's a better choice for you to just
let me take care of you. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was reading the book, I would have threw that joint. I would have threw my tablet across the room. Cause like when I read stuff and it pisses me off, I've done that. When I was just reading my phone, when I was reading, I stupid. Cause that's what I would do with my book. But when I did that with my phone, I was reading on my Nook app. I threw that joint across the room.
And then he was like,
well, nah, I got out of box, so I don't have to worry about nothing. You feel me? Hey, out of box. But like, I would have probably been done, and it probably would have took me months to pick that book back up again. Like that. Listen.
He's so evil.
He's an evil piece of trash bastard. And then when Claire gets there, right after they bashed his hand in, remember when he was all messed up?
Yeah.
Was his hand bashed in then?
In that episode, or was it the next one?
No. His hand was bashed.
Yeah. Because she was crying, holding on to him while his hand was nailed to the table.
Mm-hmm. But no,
but
his hand wasn't his hand messed up before? Yeah, his hand was messed up before he even nailed it to the table.
Oh, yeah, because he bashed it with the hammer.
Yeah, his hand was messed up, and he was laying on the floor. Remember when Claire came in there?
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's like, Jamie, come on, and I'm like, I don't understand,
because you know you can't carry him.
So why you didn't go get them boys? And then the nasty piece of trash dude come in, that nasty thing,
garbage juice looking dude,
troll dude. Let's call him the troll jailer. Comes in, grabs her up. She fighting with. It was just ridiculous. And then Jamie can't help her.
Hey, but Jack was like, he said maybe I'll let him, whatever. And then he was like, I really actually not want to see that.
He said, I don't want to see that, but we could do that. You know what I mean? Now he gotta agree to whatever the hell Black Jack wants, because Claire and her neglectful ass, she here, unprepared,
unprotected,
nothing. Because if she had at least one of the homies,
she's always causing mischief.
But that's what the McKenzie's be saying.
She is. She's be causing mischief.
Because if she had at least one, if she had to do Murtaugh, however you say his name there, he would have put both them dudes down.
Down like this?
Black Jack, he would have put them down. He would have put that troll jailer down. They would have got Jamie free and dipped.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what is going on? Man, when this fool was like, you gotta, like basically agree or it's just gonna happen to her, and he's like, okay, I'll do whatever you want.
And Claire says, no.
Claire said, no, Jamie. The nailing of the hand to the table, y'all.
That's when we knew it was over, and that's when I was actually.
Child, we were sitting there like.
Because it's like, because I'm like, I know they don't have like a hammer with the back, the back of the hammer.
That's what we kept talking about.
But how's he gonna take the nail out? How? So he's gonna die here at this table.
But my thought, I was just visually thinking, is he about to rape this man with his hand on this table?
I thought that he was, and then he was gonna kill him.
Yeah, and then but the really the most jacked up part, first of all, status report first. Let's do status report. This episode was turned down. We cannot say it was turned up. It was turned down. It was depressing. It wasn't the most depressing because we hadn't seen the season finale yet. It was depressing. I don't believe there was a best line.
No.
The only turn up moment was when no, that didn't even happen in this episode. My bad. I'm tripping.
It was horrible.
There was no turn up moment. It was horrible. Creep ambassador boy, you already know.
Jack.
Black jackass Randall.
Jasmine be walking around about black ass, jackass, black jackass, black jack. What?
Bastard. I can't stand him. Like, I don't even think I can ever see that actor and be like, oh wow, I'm just gonna be looking at him like, dare to walk around.
On the actor on his Twitter, he doesn't have a picture.
Yeah. I'm like, you dare to walk around here with your head high? Get the hell away from me. But he deserves all types of awards though. Because they say that he's a sweet man.
I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something.
I'm sorry. He's a good actor though. But
Let me tell you something. The worst moment of this episode. The worst moment. The most turned down moment. I'm gonna be honest with you. Of the season, because some people would say it was, what happened in the season finale, but for me, the most emotionally disgusting and like moment, shocking, was when he kissed that man in front of Claire.
She's sitting right there.
Turned down is Claire though, because I didn't understand why she didn't reach up and snatch black jackass Randall's balls, squeeze, twist, and pull them from his body. They could have got up out of there.
So weak with that.
Did you hear? She's like, no, Jamie. Jamie's face afterwards is what had me like,
yeah.
Because when he kissed him, he was like, and he was like, get her out of here. He was like, get her out of here. I was like,
wow, this is really about to go down.
This man just violated the hell out of him, violated their marriage, violated everything they ever stood for. It was crazy. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was devastated. I couldn't believe it. I was screaming. But I was like, it's no way. Me and Brittany was like, like, it was ridiculous.
He disrespected his parents, who raised him up to the man.
His future children. He disrespected him, his great grands that will eventually come. He's a disgusting piece of trash, black jackass Randall. Like, I'm like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was really like, yo, I think this is the worst character on television right now. Like, he is the biggest villain.
I would say the only person worse was who? Hannibal Lecter? I don't know.
Like, who is worse than this motherfucker? Like, this dude is a horrible man. And he's just like he really like trying to seduce. Yeah, he be like,
tonight I am all yours, boy.
That's black jackass Randall. Listen, I mean, I couldn't believe it. And then he took Claire and tossed her through that door.
He
like
threw her. He threw
amongst
her.
the dead people.
But it was a far jump.
And then went back there
I
and
might not have made it.
he went back there and licked on this fool's back, licked on Jamie's back, slit up his shirt.
Just disgracing him and humiliating him and
Let me tell you something. That was it was hurting me. It was hurting me. But I was looking at Claire like, nah, man, she on that bullish. Jenny would not have stood for that. If it was her husband, Jenny would have done so much. Yo, with the leg of that chair, I would have pulled the leg of that chair out and put it right in that dude black jackass Randall's neck. There's no way you would have been kissing my husband in front of me, because I would have been like, what kind of tomfoolery is this? Oh, hell, but first of all, she should have, when he reached down and did that, she was supposed to grab his ponytail and boom, boom, boom to the table. As soon as he would have did that, Jamie would have brought his other arm up and been like, yo, and we would have got the keys. We would have did whatever we had to do. And I was like, Jamie, how do I get your hand out of this? Matter of fact, take the table with you.
Yeah, let's
like,
just
what the
grab
hell?
the table,
Like, because this is not, yo, bruh.
I was really confused though, like, how they gonna get the nail out? I was so
She kept saying that, and I was like, listen, who cares? He kissed Jamie in front of Claire. That's what really got me, because he wanted her to know, like, I'm about to have your man. Like, he is the
I don't want your man, but I got it like that, so you ain't even gotta be like that.
Like, he really is the epitome of a side. He literally became side chick, side dude.
He really don't care.
It was like,
Boyfriend him too.
Oh my God. I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
Sick bastard. We're not talking about it no more. That's what happened on those episodes. And I'm sorry, that episode was turned down for us. Like, we had no, like, we were sitting there just saying, and remember,
like, turned down for what?
And then remember, it didn't come on the next week.
Yeah.
And then when it was coming on, we were just nervous the whole week. Was anyone else like,
and then
oh my God, like, it's coming on? And when I heard the name of the last episode, I was like, Brittany, I can't do it. What are you talking about? What's gonna happen to this man? And then I was seeing online, people were saying in the books it's worse, and I was like, listen, because I can just imagine how serious it is. Because I've read many historical novels, and I know how things. Listen. We ain't talking about it no more. I'm Jazz.
I'm Britt.
NYCWAO.